UFC returns to New Mexico with its card in Rio Rancho on February the 15th. I can't wait for this card. I'm glad that we're seeing more card announcements. We've got one in New Zealand. Now we've got one in Rio Rancho. We know there's a bunch of other ones because we've seen fight announcements for them. I like having stacked cards, weekly cards. Lots and lots of fights because I need lots and lots of content. Thank you, UFC, for this. I thank you very much. Okay? But into the card. It's in New Mexico. Mexico. Yair Rodriguez. That's your main event. Done. Cerrone's going to be fighting McGregor, we think. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. Yair Rodriguez. I don't care if it's not in Mexico. It has Mexico in the name of the state. We're going with Yair Rodriguez. And his opponent is Zabit Magomedsharipov. The fight that if it happened not too long ago, it would have been ruined. But now it's the perfect time. Title elimination bout. Yair Rodriguez, Zabit Magomedsharipov. 5 rounds this time, Zabit. 5 rounds, okay? We're going 5 rounds before we fight Holloway. I feel like that's like, I need to see that before you fight Holloway. I need to see you go 5 rounds. That's a big thing for me, to be honest with you. Because Holloway, the drowning in the later rounds is so good. And he does it to everyone. If I'm seeing you, the only reason Ortega was exciting was because his finishes came in the later rounds of the fight. He was finishing all these guys in the 3rd round. And, yeah, that was the only reason it was kind of interesting. And you obviously, Max Holloway had the health scare and stuff like that. But for me to get hyped about Zabit versus Holloway after watching Calvin Kattar beat the shit out of Zabit in the 3rd round and Zabit barely survive a 3-round main event, I'm not overwhelmed. You know, I need to see one more fight. Title elimination bout. Zabit Magomedsharipov versus Yair Rodriguez. A phenomenal fight. And on the co-main event. Or I'll just tell you my main card. Okay? And you tell me what should be the co-main event down below. Tell me. I need to know. We're going with this. Cub Swanson versus Ryan Hall. You build the storyline. He's taken on one jiu-jitsu guy. Now he's going on to the next one. Is he going to be too much for jiu-jitsu guys? Apparently not with Brian Ortega, but we'll see what happens with him and Ryan Hall. I think that's a great fight. Ryan Hall's ranked. Cub Swanson kind of deserves his shot against a guy in the rankings. He's been around for a while. He just had a big win over Kron Gracie. Name's bigger than ever. Cub Swanson versus Ryan Hall. And also, I just saw that Arnold Allen versus Josh Emmett got announced. So, that opens Swanson up for Ryan Hall. And I'd love to see that fight. Will that be the co-main event? I don't know. But I'm going for my 3rd fight down the card. Jeremy Stephens versus Calvin Kattar. Would be a great fight. And now we just need a couple more gimme fights. Okay? Just 2 prospects to show off. And I think I'm going to go with Marvin Vettori versus Brendan Allen. And another prospect fight in... Let's see here. Very interesting stuff. I'm not sure what the last fight on the card should be. I feel like I had it not too long ago. And I'm going to find it. It's in my brain somewhere. It's in this beanie somewhere, guys. Give me a second. I'll find the perfect fight for this card. Right now. Any second now, guys. I had this card in my head. I'm shit you not. I literally just said it 3 minutes ago. That's the card so far. Brendan Allen, Marvin Vettori. Calvin Kattar, Jeremy Stephens. Cub Swanson versus Ryan Hall. I'm already buying the card, even if that was the card. And then we pile on Yair Rodriguez versus Zabit Magomedsharipov. Because listen, as much as people said, Zabit just fought, what makes you think he's going to return in February? If the title's promised on the line, and if Dana White goes, hey, this is a title elimination bout. Rodriguez versus Magomedsharipov. They're going to fight. They're going to show up and fight. There's more on the line. So I think we can turn Zabit around this quickly. And I think it's going to be a great fight. I look forward to it. I'm so pissed off I couldn't think of the other guy I wanted on the card. But oh fucking well. Maybe Cyril Gane. If Cyril Gane dismantles the guy in December, Tanner Bosa, which I think he... By the way, Cyril Gane is another guy you have to fucking watch out for because he's just annihilating guys with crisp fucking... the crispest stand-up I've seen in the heavyweight division. He's slick. If he beats his next guy, we'll see if he wants to turn around for this one. Maybe... But he might want to be on the France card. I don't fucking care, to be honest with you. That's the card I want to see. Alright? Cub Swanson, Ryan Hall is a great fight already. You got Stephens versus Kattar, which I think Kattar would take. Kattar was very good against whatever his fucking name is. Zabit Magomedsharipov. Very good against him. It surprised me, especially in the 3rd round. Just annihilate him. Beating the shit out of him pretty much the entire time. I like the performance. I feel like he would do work on Jeremy Stephens. Jeremy Stephens kind of come into the down slope of his career, I think. He obviously still has the power, but doesn't seem that way anymore, you know? Like, he's landing on guys flush like he used to, but it's just, they're not going down anymore. And Calvin Kattar's got a hell of a chin, so I could see Calvin Kattar getting the jump on Stephens. I could see Cub Swanson beating Ryan Hall. I think that's a dangerous fight for Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall and Kron Gracie kind of played jiu-jitsu game differently, though. Like, Ryan Hall's really good at luring you into his guard. Like, Ryan Hall is literally this. Spinning back kick. Oh, no, spinning hook kick, sorry. And then just lay on your back if you miss. And if they come forward and into you, you land it. Good job. And that's all that Ryan Hall does. And spinning back fists. I feel like Cub Swanson, the veteran, might have a little bit of an answer to that. I'm not sure. Maybe start chopping at the legs, and then when he tries to spin, he'll get swept off his feet. That might be a good game plan to have against Ryan Hall, especially if your counter wrestling is very good, which Cub Swanson's is. I look forward to it. That'd be a great fight. I'm talking like the fights are already happening, but in reality, there's no saying they shouldn't. Marvin Vettori on the card. Maybe versus Antonio Carlos Jr. Maybe versus Brendan Allen. Marvin Vettori's the guy to watch right now. There's a couple guys in the UFC. Maybe Marvin Vettori versus Darren Stewart. That's also a potential. But Darren Stewart might want to be on the London card. So fuck it. Fuck it. Of course he is. Fuck's sake. And I don't know who else should be on the main card. I know who shouldn't be on the main card. Fucking Contender Series, guys. They're always the worst on main cards. Every single one of them. We just saw whatever the fucking one it was. Muniz on the fucking UFC Sao Paulo card. It was shit. Greg Hardy, his first few fights were underwhelming as well. Like, let's set him up on the prelims, and then we'll bring him onto the main card. See what they're made of first, rather than just chucking them out there to the world because they came through your certain program. Anyway, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Click that button there. Goodbye. I'm very ill, but I don't know why I'm getting ill so much, but I'm ill again, as you can hear, so fuck it. I didn't click stop recording. I'm going to do it now. Goodbye.